In order for you to get your Red Proto-Drake, you'll need to complete the Glory of the Hero achievement, where you need to complete 38 heroic dungeon achievements. Some of these achievements are hard, some are easy, and like the first one in this video, some are just fun to do. For this video, we'll be starting off at Utgard Keep, the hub, not the dungeon, where the first stop will be Utgard Pinnacle. The first boss here is Svala Sorrowgrave. When you enter the boss room, you'll see Arthas and Svala, conversing.
I am yours to command, my king.
Testament to your
The
obedience.
sensation is beyond my imagining.
Indeed, you are worthy of this charge.
I have done as you asked, and now beseech you for your blessing. Come!
Oh god, what have I made? The achievement we are after is the Incredible Hulk, where you need to get the Scourged Hulk at the back of the room killed by the falling sword during the fight. There is a second Hulk just down the hallway to the right if you need a second attempt. The tank will pull the Scourged Hulk, and the DPS, don't touch it. Let the tank DPS it down past 50%. The tank can now pull the boss. To prevent being knocked back by the Hulk, they can tank with their back against the wall. When she pulls her victim onto the altar, kill the channelers to free them. Now here's the difficult part. The tank, while being knocked back, will need to move to the altar while tanking both mobs and let the Hulk be hit by the sword without being hit too.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
Now, in the fight previously, she used to drop 3 swords per fight. In a later patch, they made it so that she only drops 1 sword throughout the entire fight, so I'm assuming that's how it's going to work this time around too. Skipping over the stuffed animal room, we have Skadi, but don't tell Skadi, because Skadi doesn't know that we can do both of his achievements at the same time, because they require us to do the fight as fast as possible. The 2 achievements we are here for are Lodo Dodi, we love the Skadi, which is a Snoop Dogg reference, and my girl loves to Skadi all the time. Blizzard, honestly, who named these? One is to defeat the Gauntlet and him in under 3 minutes. The other is to kill his Drake, Groff, on the first pass. You'll want your biggest and beefiest DPS with high AoE output and a tank that can deal with large mob pulls if you want to attempt this one. So you should assign 1 competent DPS to harpoon duty. They will have to collect the harpoons to use them to kill Groff. When you step out onto this ledge, you'll see Skadi and Groff. You have 3 minutes from the time he yells,
What mongrels dare intrude here? Look alive, my brothers! A feast for the one that brings me their heads!
You have a few moments while the mobs get into position. You'll want to run up and stop about here, roughly halfway up, and AoE all the mobs you've pulled. And then you'll pull the rest of them in the second pull. These 2 mobs at the end of the gauntlet will drop harpoons, and 2 more will spawn from the door to the left, that also drop harpoons. In total, this will drop 4 harpoons, but your harpoon boy only needs 3. While you're dealing with the ads, he will also do his first breath attack. He will circle back to the start where the person on harpoon duty will click each of the harpoon guns as quickly as possible. This will kill the blue Proto-Drake and the boss will drop down. If you've gotten this far, you won't have any issues beating him in under 3 minutes. In case you weren't aware, on Heroic, this boss also drops the reins for the blue Proto-Drake, but unfortunately it has a reported drop rate of 1%. I'm not going to say bringing a fat stack of cash to a dungeon will increase your chances of walking away with a blue Proto-Drake, but it wouldn't hurt. Finally, we are on to the last boss and achievement for this dungeon, King... Wait a second, how do you pronounce that?
Ymiron.
Ymiron.
He has the achievement King's Bane for the Glory of the Hero achievement, but you will also need to defeat him as criteria for your Champion of the Frozen Waste title. which will have you kill all the main bosses in 3.0 of every raid and heroic dungeon. He's a heavy hitter on the tank, with most of his abilities being damage ones rather than mechanics to be avoided, except for Bane, the ability we'll be dealing with for the achievement. To get the achievement, you'll need to defeat him without triggering Bane, which is a buff that he will give himself, which will do damage to the party every time he takes damage. This ability takes 2 seconds to cast and will last 5 seconds, so DPS and the tank, while he is casting this, stop your auto attacks and casts by pressing the escape key on your keyboard. After 5 seconds, Bane will wear off and you can start DPSing again. Bane is only triggered by direct damage, so damage from already applied dots are fine, and healers, you need to keep healing as well. You'll know if you trigger it because he will deal damage to everyone around him. If you are a mage, you could try spell stealing it, because it is a magic buff. But I wonder if you do this and you take direct damage and the Bane triggers, I'd love to know if this ruins the achievement. These are the questions that keep me up at night. Leaving Pinnacle, we are going to Utgard Keep, where we will be hunting down Prince Keleseth, for he is the first boss and the only boss here that has an achievement for the glory of the hero. But there are other achievements here as well, like during Lovers in the Air, he will also have a 50% chance of dropping a bouquet of red or ebon flowers. For an achievement, my love is like a red rose. And that is criteria for your Violet Proto-Drake, that I will also be starting a video series on, so get subbed if you don't want to miss that. But we are here for On the Rocks, where you'll defeat him without breaking anyone out of Frost Tombs. Again, the best thing you can bring to this fight is single target DPS, because you'll want to be able to defeat him on or before the second tomb. The boss will call some skeletons from the open door.
Every bad guy's got a few skeletons in their closet. Rattle them, boys!
Who will run to the party, and the tank should pick these up. The DPS should deal with them as quickly as possible, in case the tank gets tombed and they start running amok. My recommendation is to avoid using AoE abilities in case a Frost Tomb is nearby, and the healer should keep healing the Frost Tombed player because they'll be taking heavy damage. And apart from that, pop some defense cooldowns if the healer gets tombed, and make sure that you're on top of picking up the adds when they respawn, and you will have no problems with this one. That might be the only boss that has an achievement for Glory of the Hero, but in case you're unaware, you'll also need to defeat Ingvar the Plunderer for your Champion of the Frozen Waste achievement. But hey, if you made it this far into the video, then you must have enjoyed it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video that I'm working on and have been patiently waiting to release will be Brewmaster, the meta achievement for the Brewmaster title, and more importantly, it is the criteria for the Violet Proto-Drake from the What a Long Strange Trip It Has Been achievement. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.